Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moonshine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. I told my son, can I get a glass of water? He haven't come with a glass of water. Hey, boy, I told you to bring me a glass of water. I know what's going on in this household, y'all. I gotta put some more deep, more power into the voices and stuff like that. Close the damn door. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's good, man? What's good? Shout out to what's good, everybody in the chat. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Edward Cheese, aka Garcia, in the building. What's good? Danny Medina. Donnie Medina in the building. What's good, man? Christian Padilla. Show love to the people. Let me show love to the people. Charles to the Cheese in the building. What's good, brother? What's good? Danny Medina. Mr. Moonshine. Let's go. Christian Padilla. One of the members of Posse de Ronque Boxeo. Dímelo, Punch. Spit those facts. Yeah, man. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo. What's good, Jackie? What's good? It's heating up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be one of the most epic weeks in sport of boxing, y'all. Naoya Inoue, 3-division world champion, moving up there to be great. Fighting Stephen Fulton, the unified champion who beat Angelo Leo and Brandon Figueroa back-to-back. Brandon Figueroa who beat Luis Neri. And then Stephen Fulton out there outboxed. Well, it was a close fight. But that's what it needs to be. Champion versus champion is supposed to be a close fight. I be hearing people be like, yo, that was a close fight. I don't know if it's good. No. When it's a close, the best fight and the best supposed to be close. And I've been hearing people analyze certain fights and stuff like that. Like, yo, even with the Devaney and Lomachenko fight. Hey, yo, that was no, it was a close fight, though. And that's what happens when the top of the line fighters fight against each other. Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez is supposed to be a close fight. Ain't supposed to be no whitewash. Ain't supposed to be no easy pickings. Terence Crawford versus Errol is supposed to be a tough fight. Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter was supposed to be a tough fight. Spence versus Sean Porter was supposed to be a tough fight. Thank you very much, my friend. All right. We're going to be talking about it. See how don't worry. We're going to break it down. Logically, objectively. You already know. Eric is supposed to be a close fight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the first fight and the last fight. The trilogy is supposed to be a tough fight, in my opinion. Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua, top of the line. You know what I'm saying? Champion versus champion. It's supposed to be a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a tough. It shouldn't be no easy pick. Then I'm going to be questioning your greatness, right? That's what we question the greatness. Brian Castano versus Jermell Charlo for the undisputed. It's supposed to be a tiff. It's supposed to be a close fight. A lot of people want to justify and stuff like that. Like, nah, he ain't that great because he won a whole 12 with this one and he won the whole 12 with this one. Well, if it's champion versus champion, it's supposed to be a close fight. It's supposed to be a good fight. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that if you don't got no horse in the race, see, to me, I like Stephen Fulton. I like Naoya Inoue. See, I like Spence, and I like Terence Crawford equally. I don't got no horse in the race. I don't got no horse in the race with Stephen Fulton and Naoya Inoue. Canelo Alvarez, the 4th-division world champion, super middleweight, undisputed, a.k.a. King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get out of here, man. The walking Hall of Fame, Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. Iron Man, undisputed, clear the division. Undisputed versus undisputed. It's a good fight. Some people are mad that Canelo Alvarez actually chose to fight Jermell Charlo. But if you're thinking about it, or the potential opponent that we linked to Canelo Alvarez, Jermell Charlo is probably the most accomplished one. Yeah, I want to see David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, but Jermell Charlo is more accomplished than David Benavidez. Yeah, I want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Demis Andre, but Jermell Charlo is more accomplished than Demis Andre. Yeah, I want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo, but Jermell Charlo, his bro, has accomplished more than Jermell Charlo. And I know that a lot of people has been, a lot of people out there be looking at Canelo Alvarez fighting Jermell Charlo like, oh man, why he's fighting 154? Why is he fighting 154? People forgot, man. Let me say it again. If you ain't catch the video or you ain't catch the live when I said this, Canelo Alvarez is not even, he ain't even bigger than Floyd Mayweather. He ain't taller than Floyd Mayweather. He ain't taller than none of his opponents. Yeah, I understand. A lot of people want to see that. I want to see that fight too. I believe that that's the primary fight in the super middleweight division. Yeah, I want to see Canelo Alvarez versus La Bandera Roja. Yeah, I want to see Canelo Alvarez versus the Ecuadorian monster, the Mexican monster, and the Dominican monster. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, it's probably the biggest threat. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Is it that we want to hype that that's the biggest threat? Is it the biggest threat? Is it this is the kryptonite to Canelo Alvarez? Because I think a lot of people let's just humble ourselves. Yes, David Benavidez is an extreme talent. Yes, David Benavidez got the power. Yes, David Benavidez got combination and speed. But David Benavidez did not look like a monster versus Caleb Plant, in which Canelo Alvarez actually looked like a monster versus Caleb Plant in the last rounds. How do I know? Like, are we shaming? Is Canelo Alvarez supposed to be chasing the guy with no belts and stuff like that? Like, we're shaming Canelo Alvarez and stuff like that. And like I said the other day, it's because Canelo Alvarez has done so much that now I expect Canelo Alvarez to do something great because he's the one that I really count on. He's the one that people been counting on. I count on Canelo Alvarez because he's active. Don't matter if he has surgery, he's still active. He's fighting. He's moving up. He's there to be great. He get the belts. He get the accomplishments. He's out there. He making money. He represent boxing good. I don't know what to expect from these other guys, to be honest, bro. I don't know when Jermell Charlo going to be fighting again. You heard Mauricio Sudamon the other day during the Broadway Joel interview. You heard him. I don't know. I have no limits when he's going to return. Get no limit and no limit. Who you think you are, Master P with no limit soldiers? What are you talking about, Mauricio Sudamon? What are you talking about? There's no limit to when Jermell Charlo is going to return, or when you're going to mandate him, or when you're going to strip him, when you're going to put him in championship or recess. What the hell is going on with Mauricio Sudamon? Did you hear what Mauricio Sudamon said today as well? He said, they asked him about the franchise title. I don't think we're going to see the franchise title anymore. Oh, that's it. What happened? Nobody want them sanctioning fees, huh? You robbed the guys like Teofimo Lopez from their legacy, huh? With that damn franchise, that was the opportunity. Hey, if it wasn't for the franchise, we probably would have seen Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez in the middleweight division a long time ago. Oh, now he's cleaning, he's washing his hands and stuff like that. He's washing his hands with Mauricio with the franchise title, huh? Mauricio Sudamon, the Mexican monster. He is more Ecuadorian though. He's the Mexican monster, the Ecuadorian monster, and the Dominican monster, mi hermano King. Déjalo así. Latino monster. Put a Latino monster. So a lot of things that's happening in the sport of boxing. Heather Hardy going to be fighting Amanda Serrano. Once again, I got Amanda Serrano going to be beating Heather Hardy. Heather Hardy got a new boo. They're like Heather Hardy is dating like a 21-year-old or something like that. It looks like she happy. She got matching tattoos. You know when you're in love. Heather Hardy is a cougar. It's a cougar. Anthony Joshua gonna be back in the ring. Derrick James, man, he's gonna be very, very busy, but that's a good thing. Gabe Lopez says he's just the Mexican monster. And said the Dominican monster, the Ecuadorian monster, and the Mexican monster. Oíste, la mamá de es Ecuadorian, Dominican, and his father's Mexican. Danny Medina said there's only one monster. Now, Inoue, even Edgar Berlanga don't want to be a monster anymore. Edgar Berlanga just calls himself the chosen one now. He no monster over here, my friend. Ryder Creeper said Canelo in the heavy bag video hand healed. Okay. All right, he said in the heavy bag, but probably it's because he's seen Jermell Charlo putting out videos with Joan Guzman, the best Dominican fighters that ever lived. A lot of people's giving Derrick James a lot of credit, but I'm gonna tell you like this: the man is putting more wrinkles to Jermell Charlo's game. The one that's adding more to the toolbox. His tools is getting heavier. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. He's grown substantially under the tutelage of Juan Guzman. We're gonna be talking about that fight. I know there's gonna be people be like, "Oh, what happened, Punch? You really think that Jermell Charlo got a chance versus Canelo Alvarez?" Yes, I do. Yes, why not? Why not? You got to make up your mind. And you narrative pushers, y'all better make up your mind. Y'all narrative pushers, narrative enablers, y'all got to make up your mind. Y'all be fighting each other. Y'all be losing yourself when y'all trying to analyze a fight. You think that Jermell Charlo is going to move up 2 weight classes and beat Canelo? A Canelo Alvarez fanboy would tell me that. But then if they be like, "Oh, Canelo Alvarez is cherry picking," then you're gonna be the same Canelo Alvarez fanboy gonna be like, "But Canelo Alvarez is the same size as Jermell Charlo." See, that's what I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also a Jermell Charlo fan as well. Shout out to Jermell Charlo. He showed me love that time out there in San Antonio with Brian Castano. When he fought Brian Castano, he said, "Yo, Punch, you're on boxing. Yeah, you a real one, yo. I listen to you, my brother. That's what I'm talking about. That. Okay, I got the Ripeki from the world champion. Okay, that's why they hate Punch the Drunk boxing." Oh, I remember when Jermell Charlo gave me props, man, and these fighters started coming to Punch Drunk boxing. Damn, it's either people was giving me props or people in this community was getting jealous. Why he saying Punch Drunk boxing? Who's Punch Drunk boxing? Why they going to that motherfucker? Why they going to that crazy motherfucker and stuff like that? That loud, talking fast, that motor mouth, huh? Reminds me of the donkey of YouTube and shit like that. Said, but Jermell gonna spoil the party. Danny Medina, that's right, T.O. He said, Gabe Lopez, Mr. Sanchez, he gotta be from a hood too. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you like this. It might be a underdog sweep party. Oh yeah, it might be an underdog sweep party. Why not? Why Stephen Fulton can't beat Naoya Inoue? Why Errol Spence can't beat Terence Crawford? And why Jermell Charlo can't beat Canelo Alvarez? And I put the poll up. Let me see what the poll is at right now. Hey, yo, smash the like button. I know it's hot out here on Thursday. Beautiful weather. Tri-state area. Smash the like button. We got 16 people liking the like, smashing the like button. Look like they've been smashing a lot of other things. See, I was getting some pussy than that. It's going to be an underdog parlay. It's going to be an underdog party. Renee in the building. What's good? Smash the like. We got 16. What's going on, my folks? Here we go. Let me see what people saying. I put the poll up, just put it up. Who will be pound for pound number 1 with an upset victory? Fulton with a victory over Inoue at 23%. Spence with a victory over Bud at 42%. Charlo with a victory over Canelo Alvarez. You know what I got you? I'm gonna tell you what I pick on the voting. I pick Charlo with a victory over Canelo Alvarez. You telling me he's jumping 2 division world? Spence with a victory over Bud at 42%? I don't know, y'all, man. I don't know that. Over Jermell Charlo beating Canelo Alvarez? Think about this. Think about it. I don't know. Look, like you. That's your vote. That's your vote. Look, a lot of people voted for Sleepy Joe. That's your vote, right? You know what I'm saying? Your vote is your vote. But if Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez, he's moving up 2 division weight classes up. He's moving up 2 division weight classes and become a 2 division undisputed world champion. And he's also beating a pound for pound caliber fighter. Let me say it again. For the people that's picking early, that they voted Errol choose Spence beating Terence Crawford is your pound for pound number 1. You telling me that will be pound for pound over Jermell Charlo if he beats Canelo Alvarez, become a 2 division undisputed world champion? Mi gente, think a little bit, my friend. Think it through. Think it through. Think it through. Me dijo Danny Medina, hey, Fulton can't beat Inoue. He got hurt by Adam Lopez. Imagine the monster's punishment. We're going to be talking about that. Because one hurt this one, that doesn't mean that this one is going to hurt that one. I know we play that triangle theory, Danny Medina. Randy. Vamos a cantar la música de Randy. La música de Randy. In the building. ¡Ey! ¿Quién va a ganar? Los Underdogs. ¿Quién va a ganar? Los Underdogs. ¿Quién va a ganar? Los Underdogs. ¿Quién va a ganar? Fulton. ¿Quién va a ganar? Fulton. ¿Quién va a ganar? Errol. ¿Quién va a ganar? Errol. ¿Quién va a ganar? Charlo. ¿Quién va a ganar? Charlo. ¿A quién? A Canelo. ¿A quién? A Canelo. La música de Randy. Smash de like button. Alex Osation. DJ Camelo. Págame la música, señores. All right, baby. Ahí la música de Randy con la bandera de República Dominicana. Un poquito de agüita. Un poquito de agüita. Aguanta la boca tuya antes que te dé par de galletas como tu madre le gusta. Un tigre de la casa que tú matas lo más que matado una cucaracha. A mí me quillan lo que hablan, lo que un payaso come Barcelona de la mañana. Ay, yo voy a ser rapero today. Ripity rip and ripity rap. He said, yo, Punch, you're going to be going live for the Inoue Fulton fight early in the AM. You already know. I'll burn the building. You already know. Hell yeah, man. Can't miss that fight. I can't miss that fight, bro. That's one of my favorite fights of the year. I've been calling for that fight a long time ago. See, this is what it is. And there's people out there that's spinning this race baiting stuff again. Now they're going after Inoue. Channel that never cared about, and people that never cared about talking about the lower division. I'm talking about because they consider these guys midgets. You know what I'm saying? But look, I mean, I got proof is in the pudding, man. This is a boxing channel. This ain't no fanboy channel. We've been talking about Naoya Inoue and Stephen Fulton. Look, peep this. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show y'all. Mira, Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue. Look at this. Look at this video. What it says right here. Naoya Inoue. Look at the year. 4 years ago. Naoya Inoue, they knew. Pero que esto está sucio ahí. Espera. Sorry, my friend. Eso era un moco. Mira, my friend. What did I say right there? Naoya, the next Manny Pacquiao. What year is this, ladies and gentlemen? Naoya, the new Manny Pacquiao. 4 years ago. Hey, yo soy un canal de boxeo aquí mimito. I know, I see talent. I see it. I grab it. I talk about it. I deliver the talent right there for everybody. Huh? Let me see that video there. Man, that's when I started through the channel. Para que no digan nada, mira. Papi, sexy. Been talking about Naoya Inoue already for when I started the channel. Danny Medina, you remember the video? Danny Medina, él sabe lo que es. What about when I said Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton? Pero, mi hermano, Santana, dímelo, mi hermano, pero. I've been following for the many years. That's what I'm talking about. Danny Medina de lo mío, ¿verdad? The new base. Said 445 is pay-per-view. Might have to record it. I don't want to be sleeping watching. Hey, man. Hey, it's going to be a good fight. We can't miss. Everybody got to be in the AM. It's summer. Anyway, we breaking night. Matter of fact, let's do a whole live show breaking night. How about that? Let's do a whole live show breaking night. Pero mira, señores y señoras. Mira. I got receipts for days, my friend. I got receipt again. Mira, 2 years ago. Mira, mi gente, 2 years ago. ¿Qué yo dije ahí? 2 years ago. Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton, 2022. Will Inoue dare to be great? Mira, señor, mira. En crima, lo dije yo, en crime, Merry Crima. 2021, December 25th, mira, hey, I predict the future. I am Nostradamus, my friend. Yo soy de boxeo. I've been calling for the fight for 2 years, yeah. For 2 years, mi hermano. Ya tú sabes, mi gente. Casi 2 años. I call it me right here. I got receipt for days. I'm not these little channels que no saben nada de boxeo. Overnight, yeah, we're going overnight, man. We probably go 7, like back in the days when I started, 7 hours and shit like that. Punch matchmaker. Yeah, you already know me. I told the people right there. I told the people, ain't no lie in my game. Ain't no lie in my game. Look when I published it. Look at that. 2021. Where we at? 2023. Fulton versus Inoue. Ahí me meto, man. Ya tú sabes. Negro dames. Like that, my friend. I am. Yes. Ladies and before we start breaking these fights down and the potential upsets, and to be honest, these are close fights. For me, if not every, I'm gonna say it like this, but I know the language of boxing and I know the language of this community. Just because Fulton is the underdog and just because Errol Spence is the underdog, that doesn't mean if they win is an upset. It's close. It's for me, these are 50-50 fights. I don't think the people feel like Charlo and Canelo Alvarez is a 50-50 fight. So maybe if Charlo does beat, he's also there to be great, beat Canelo Alvarez, I think that will be an upset for most. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I won't be surprised. But after that, I want to talk about this before we go breaking these fights down. Let me put the picture up. Hold on. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put the picture up. I don't get that vaina, pera. Excuse me, my friend. Reaper, good looking out with the super chat, my brother. Good looking out. Appreciate you, my brother. También. Give me 1 second, my friend. Right here. Okay. Right here. Diablo, I hate when I be putting shit in and it doesn't. Oh my God, man. Pero yo lo ponía ahí. ¿Qué pasa, man? Con esta vaina. Give me 1 second, man. Hate when this shit does this. Oh, man. One second. Okay. Míralo aquí. Ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Question the poll. I just answered the question. Hold on. Don't rush me, my friend. Don't rush. ¿Qué pasa con usted? Tika, man, I answered the poll already. Speak about the poll. Pera, cállese, man. Hey, I the director of Poche Dronky. Mira este tigre. Hey, yo, mira este tigre. He's rushing me. He said, yo, wasn't going to question the poll. I just answered the question. I be right there, Siri, my friend. Pera. Vamos a hablar de esta vaina. People, Puppy Cruz on Shakur Stevenson said he's a great fighter, but a little bit overvalued. I want to talk about this. I did a video about this, ladies and gentlemen. Puppy Cruz is going to put a value on Shakur Stevenson, the 2-division world champion. Who the hell does Pitbull Cruz think he is? No, my friends. What the hell, Pitbull Cruz? Who the hell Puppy Cruz think he is? What the hell this guy has done? You ain't nothing. Hey, yo, look, I like Pitbull Cruz. I like his aggressiveness when he fights. I like his style. It's a good, entertaining style for the fans. But my brother, Puppy Cruz, Yorkie Cruz, Rufy Cruz. My friend, you shouldn't be talking about the value of Shakur Stevenson. You shouldn't be talking about the value of nobody. For all I know, you could be the next Circuit de Rivichenko, always losing the big one. Y'all already know how to be always on Circuit de Rivichenko. Yo, he did good versus Daniel Jacobs. Circuit de Rivichenko, he did good versus Triple G. Circuit de Rivichenko, he did good versus Jermell Charlo. Circuit de Rivichenko, he did good versus Jaime Munguia. Circuit de Rivichenko, he lost. Okay? He lost. How they use Circuit de Rivichenko? Pitbull Cruz, Puppy Cruz ain't nothing but probably a future Chris Algieri. You only known for losing to Errol Spence or losing to Manny Pacquiao. Ain't nobody know. I didn't know no highlight. Silver Pitbull Cruz. Matter of fact, let me read you what Puppy Cruz said. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get that fotita. This man, let me read. And I know that he said, hold on. Let me see where he go. Let me go. So let me show. That's the article. Ishino against Cruz merely believes that Stevenson is being given certain privileges that he hasn't quite earned just yet. He said, no matter how great the Mexican contender won't sit here and lie. Stevenson is good, very good, great even, but he also senses a level of entitlement coming from Stevenson. No matter how great he's performed in previous weight classes, and despite being viewed as one of the very best, Cruz merely believes that Stevenson is being given certain privileges that he hasn't quite earned just yet. What the hell this man is talking about? What the hell Pitbull Cruz is talking about? Puppy Cruz. Rufi Cruz. What the hell is Rufi Cruz is talking about? It's privileges. He's a silver Olympian. Rufi Cruz. He is a 2-division world champion. Rufi Cruz. What the hell you have done but just losing to Tank Davis? That's what you're doing? Just capitalize on Tank Davis? Oh, look at me. Look at my career. I lost to Tank Davis. It was a close fight. That's it. That's all you got to show, and you're going to actually put value. You don't got no value, motherfucker. I like Pitbull Cruz. Come on, man. He wanted, he said he wants to stroll into this division as if he's accomplished everything, but in reality, he's got to earn his diligence. Earn his diligence. Pitbull Cruz, you need to earn your diligence. You need to earn a good win. Matter of fact, we got Pitbull Cruz like one of the top lightweights, but you're only known for losing the big one. And yes, people are gonna be like, oh, but you know what I'm saying? That was last minute replacement. Well, it should be hard for Tank as well, a last minute replacement as well. Exactly, Charles Edward Cheese. And then after all of that, you duck, quack, Shakur Stevenson. And you talking about the value of Shakur Stevenson. You quacked him. You duckity duck. You bobbed and weave. You ducked him. You avoided him. They even order you a fight, Mauricio Suleiman. Sugar Daddy. Pimp Daddy. Huggy Bear. He ordered that. And I did an interview also. I did an interview with Smash Like Button, ladies and gentlemen. Stop playing around with me, man. I did an interview with Sean Gibbons. Shout out to Sean Gibbons, right? And he blatantly said that there's no real value. We're waiting on Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Well, you didn't want to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia stated that y'all want to fight him. Y'all just sitting around waiting on Gervonta Tank Davis like a bunch of dudes is waiting to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's what it is. Puppy Cruz is waiting for Gervonta Tank Davis like other people is waiting for Canelo Alvarez. That's your claim to fame. You just want the bag and look, I'm going to say it like this. I would like to see if that fight again. I believe he did a good count of himself, but he's riding on this cloud like he did something. You lost. Okay? Pitbull Cruz get a victory. Get a good victory. Man, I had to talk about that, folks. I did. Smash the like buttons. What else? I also want to talk about this before we start breaking these upsets down. I did a video last night. I need to talk about this. Shout out to the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya. Got a documentary coming out, I think, on the 25th. You know what I'm saying? On the same day of Inoue, I believe so. The Golden Boy, and I've been doing a couple of interviews and stuff like that with MMA, the MMA guy, the Breakfast Club, and things of that nature. Talking about his estranged relationship partnership, whatever you want to call it, with Ryan Garcia. He's suing Ryan Garcia because he wants him to, honor the contract. And we saw what Ryan Garcia said yesterday. We was talking about this yesterday. This is what Ryan Garcia tweeted yesterday, because Oscar De La Hoya actually did say that Ryan Garcia made $30 million. Ryan Garcia actually agreed, he echoed what Oscar De La Hoya was saying, and he tweeted 30 millions, baby. All right, so Ryan Garcia, you made the most money that you ever made. You made the most money that you ever made. Your promotional company, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions, granted you your wish, even though they said it was a bad idea because of the stipulations, the rehydration clause, the cut weight and stuff like that. You didn't want to listen to Oscar De La Hoya. Let's be real, let's be honest. Ryan Garcia, even Oscar De La Hoya said that he was making a big mistake not taking an in-between fight, right? Let's be real, let's be honest. I don't give a damn if y'all want to think about when y'all think about Oscar De La Hoya, I think about the fishnet and things of that nature. Oscar De La Hoya, he cracked jaws for a living. Oscar De La Hoya, we never questioned for him fighting the best. Oscar De La Hoya laid down on the line. Oscar De La Hoya got the testicular fortitude, the mental fortitude to deal with anybody in that ring. No matter what level you on, he's out there, no whatever what size you are, you is. Oscar De La Hoya never disappointed the boxing fan, and only when he was wearing the Victoria's Secret garment. But that's none of my business, all right? It's none of my business. Imagine if he did it right now in 2023. A lot of people would be applauding him. The Rainbow Army would love him. The Rainbow Army would love him. I'm gonna say it like this, man. Oscar De La Hoya, who done it all, in and out the ring at the highest level. Nobody could school Ryan Garcia more than Oscar De La Hoya, because he's done it at the highest level. He's been that poster boy. He's been that cash cow. He also been that cash cow that bring the ladies to boxing. Oh yeah, Oscar De La Hoya. The reason why there's probably not a lot of girls in the sport of boxing right now is because Oscar De La Hoya is not fighting. But of course, Ryan Garcia brings them ladies out. I seen him in the press conference in New York City. There was a lot of girls out there in Times Square. Hi, Ryan! Ryan! Please, autograph my teta. I seen it. Javante Davis as well bring out the girls, man. I was out there in Washington D.C. He brings them. He brings them the thickness of the ladies out. Yeah, I was out there. He brings them out. Bring them out. So I don't understand this strange relationship. I don't understand that every time Golden Boy Promotions flips the bill on a great event and you become the highest paid, that was that particular event, you become from thousandaire or millionaire, 7 figures, to 8-figure fighter. Effing with Oscar De La Hoya, he makes you wealthy. And you see this picture right there, and I did this video and stuff like that. Whenever you get the chance after the live, I'm talking about it right now, but I did a video about it. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Garcia hates Oscar. Floyd Mayweather hates Oscar. And Canelo Alvarez hates Oscar. But how can you hate Oscar when he gave you 30 or helped you enhance your legacy or enhance your paper? Not legacy, because Ryan Garcia lost, but give you a $30 million payday. Why are you hating Oscar De La Hoya? Man, I'm gonna say it like this. If I made $30 million, I don't give a damn if Oscar De La Hoya showed up or not. I don't give a damn. Go chill out with your Barbie girlfriend and get the hell out. I don't give a damn. As a matter of fact, I don't even want nobody in my locker room. I'm actually embarrassed. But you gave me a $30 million payday? And I ain't even a champion? Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia just made $30 million. And he never was a champion, bro. Look at the opportunity that being with Golden Boy Promotions gave you. And Ryan Garcia, and I'm just going by what's on the surface. You hate on Oscar De La Hoya, the 6th Division World Champion, the Golden Boy? Everything that I'm gonna tell you like this: everything that Golden Boy touches turn to gold. Huh? Look at Canelo Alvarez. Oscar De La Hoya secured Oscar de la Hoya Golden Boy Promotions secure the biggest, the largest, and the most lucrative contract in the history of boxing. Canelo Alvarez signed a massive deal with sports streaming service DAZN on Wednesday following an HBO announcement that he will cease airing unboxing. According to ESPN Darren Field, Alvarez inked a 5-year, 11-fight contract that will pay him at least $365 million. Not quite the person that won the $1 billion jackpot of the LA. Préstame un pesito ahí, my friend. And then after this deal, remember when Canelo Alvarez signed with Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, he said that I'm signing with Golden Boy Promotions because this is the company, and being with Oscar de la Hoya is going to propel me to be an international superstar, and it's going to give me all the fights that is needed for me to become a legend. Am I right or wrong? Matter of fact, see, we all about receipts out here. We all about receipts. Let me get the receipts right quick. We all about receipts out here. Look, Golden Boy. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit it right here. Hold on. Let me see what I want. I'm just showing you. I'm ready to fight the best fighter. Absolutely the world. Hold on. I'm gonna get you right here. Ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second because we need the receipts. We need the receipt. Wait, hold on. I want to show. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put this right here. Hold on. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Don't be cheap with the like button. Let's go. Don't be cheap with the like button. Let me upload this. You remember this? This was Canelo Alvarez's quote where he signed with Golden Boy Promotions. I want to show everyone that I will be a world champion and that I'm ready to fight the best fighters in the world. The opportunity to work with Golden Boy is definitely one that I could not pass up, as I feel it will help me achieve my goals of reaching my full potential as a fighter and becoming a huge success in boxing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, reading what Canelo Alvarez said in 2010, did Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions deliver to Canelo Alvarez? Yes or no? No. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, my friends. Let's keep it real. Háblame, mi gente. Mi gente, ayúdame. Yes or no? Did Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya, deliver on Saul Alvarez, Canelo Alvarez, wishes? Let me read it again. I want to show everyone that I will be a world champion and that I'm ready to fight the best fighters in the world. The opportunity to work with Golden Boy is definitely one that I cannot pass up, as I feel it will help me achieve my goals of reaching my full potential. Did Canelo Alvarez reach his full potential as a fighter and becoming a huge success in the sport of boxing? Has he become a huge success in the sport of boxing? Did Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions deliver for Canelo Alvarez? And then all of that led up to this. Look, because if it wasn't for... let me take this out right quick. Let me take this out. Because, let's be real, let's be honest. I don't give a damn if you don't like Oscar de la Hoya because of the fishnet and things of that nature. Probably you're a Canelo Alvarez fan, and whoever Canelo Alvarez is against, you against. When you like the Ryan Garcia working with Eddie Reynoso, when Canelo Alvarez says something about Ryan Garcia, you started hitting Ryan Garcia. He said something about Oscar de la Hoya, you started hitting Oscar de la Hoya. There's fans like that they just be tribal, right? But I know as a boxing fan, Oscar de la Hoya never disappoints. I think the only blemish with Golden Boy Promotions, in my opinion, is probably not giving Jaime Munguia, not moving him better. But I'm gonna say it like this: Jaime Munguia is not all that great and stuff like that. So I think they're actually being smart with Jaime Munguia. No Oscar de la Coca bashing on this channel. Huh? Did Oscar de la Hoya deliver on the wishes of Canelo Alvarez? And then leading up to this contract, the most lucrative contract ever signed by a boxer in 100+ years of the Queensberry rules, the Queensberry sport. Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya, and Golden Boy Promotions delivered. But after all of this, okay, Ryan Garcia got $30 million. He hates Oscar de la Hoya. Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar de la Hoya delivered the biggest contract in the history of the sport. Canelo Alvarez wants to sue Oscar de la Hoya. What the hell is going on around here? What you call that in Spanish? Mal agradecido. Dímelo, mi gente. Yo no sé. Son mal agradecidos. Canelo Alvarez y Ryan Garcia. Dímelo, mi gente. Huh? Or no? Or me, look, I'm just going to say, look, I don't know what goes behind the scenes. I don't know what goes behind the scenes, especially with Oscar de la Hoya, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya, Ryan Garcia. But I'm just saying, I'm just going by what's in the surface. I'm just going by what's in the surface. And it seems to me that these motherfuckers are ungrateful. It seems to me with Oscar de la Hoya, these guys seem ungrateful. Or am I reaching? And I swear nobody better come out here and be like, but what about Richard Schaefer? Man, Richard Schaefer ain't nobody right now. Who's Richard Schaefer? Richard Schaefer ain't doing nothing right now. What is he doing right now? If he did all that stuff and go to more promotions that he built Canelo, he built these guys and stuff like that. So where's Richard Schaefer now? Everybody should be running with Richard Schaefer like it was Al Heyman. Coda said he reaching. No, reaching right here. No, reaching. Okay? If Richard, I don't want nobody coming over here telling me, nah, that was Richard Schaefer. Okay, Richard Schaefer. It was Oscar de la Hoya that got inside that ring and build Golden Boy Promotions with his bare hands. Richard Schaefer ain't fought nobody. Mayweather Promotion is not Leonard Ellaby. Mayweather Promotion is Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd Mayweather want to pull the plug for Leonard Ellaby, he will pull the plug. When Golden Boy Promotion pull the plug on Richard Schaefer, make it the hell out of here, man. I can't handle this. Where's Richard Schaefer? Where's Golden Boy Promotions? Made one of the biggest lucrative fights in the sport of boxing. Richard Schaefer wasn't in it. Am I right? He said, Coda in the building said, respect for you, reaching. No, reaching, okay? Roda, no, reach, okay? Breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. I'm not going to say that I'm right, but I ain't going to say that I'm wrong. I'm just breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Huh? And then here comes Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather. Oscar de la Hoya. Floyd Mayweather hates Oscar de la Hoya. But why? Why? Let's see what Oscar, because you got to remember, it's not only that Oscar de la Hoya gave an opportunity to Floyd Mayweather. Hold on, let me take this out. It's not only that. It's not only that Oscar de la Hoya gave an opportunity to Floyd Mayweather to fight him and make that type of money that he made when he fought him. What about the Golden Boy Promotions was the one that was actually flipping the bill to Floyd Mayweather's fights after Top Rank? Golden Boy Promotions helped. Matter of fact, Golden Boy and Golden Boy Promotions turned Pretty Boy into Money Man. Oh, yeah, I said it. Not only did he turn Pretty Boy to Money Man, he made Floyd Mayweather Sr. the highest paid trainer probably ever. He made Oscar de la Hoya made Floyd Mayweather Sr. a millionaire. Let's not forget about that. That's how big Oscar de la Hoya is. He said, man, you don't want your daddy, you kick him out the house. I'll buy your daddy a house. I'll buy your daddy a car. And I'm making the highest paid trainer in the world. And maybe since Floyd Mayweather can't turn back the hands of time. Since Floyd Mayweather can't turn back the hands of time, that right there hurts Floyd Mayweather. Because when Floyd Mayweather kicked his father out the house, I don't know if y'all remember when Floyd Mayweather kicked his father out the house, Oscar de la Hoya bought Floyd Mayweather Sr. a house and a Mercedes and made him the highest paid trainer in boxing. in which Floyd Mayweather was supposed to do that for his father. You understand what I'm saying? And I think he resents that, because I'm telling you like this: if it's one person that Floyd Mayweather Sr. respect just as much probably as his son, he loves his son, but I think he respects Oscar De La Hoya just as much as he respects his son. That's what it is, Charles Edward Cheese. The reason why Floyd Mayweather hates Oscar De La Hoya is because when Floyd Mayweather tried to teach his father a lesson, Oscar De La Hoya came for the rescue. I don't know if y'all remember that. Go back. I think this what happened. This was 90. What this early 2000s? When Floyd Mayweather kicked Floyd Mayweather Sr. out the house, Oscar De La Hoya came for the rescue. Bought Floyd Mayweather Sr. a house. Maybe he still got the same house he's living in. Bought Floyd Mayweather Sr. a house and a Mercedes Benz. Made him the highest paid. Remember, Floyd Mayweather Sr. always wanted to train his son. It was his son that gave him the boot, Stuart Roger. Remember when Floyd Mayweather, I don't remember, I remember. Remember when Floyd Mayweather Sr. was as tight with his father, and he said, do not train Oscar De La Hoya, or do not train Ricky, what was it? I think it was a Ricky Hatton. I think it was a Ricky, who was it? Oscar De La Hoya. I think he didn't want his father to train Oscar De La Hoya, because in the future they was gonna fight each other, something like that. But you didn't want to give him the job. All I'm saying though, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I got you right here. Hold on. This is Floyd Mayweather. What he was making before working with Golden Boy Promotion and Oscar De La Hoya. Let's go by. We remember this. Hold on. Luis Castillo. Look at that. 1 million, 1 million, 1.5 million, 3 million, 3.2 million, 5 million. Zab Judah, 5 million. Carlos Baltimore, 8 million. Then Oscar De La Hoya, boom, 25 million. Ricky Hatton, 50 million. Juan Manuel Marquez, 10.5 million. Again, working with Golden Boy Promotions, 40 million. Victor Ortiz, 25 million. Miguel Cotto, 32 million. 41.5 million versus Canelo Alvarez. 32 million. Maidana, 32 million. I'm going to tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Oscar De La Hoya turned pretty boy into money made. If Oscar De La Hoya never gave him an opportunity, and if Oscar De La Hoya never built Golden Boy Promotions, probably I don't know who was going to be flipping the bill. Because think about it. We can't even say Al Heyman would be flipping the bill. You know why? Because Al Heyman was working with Golden Boy Promotions. That was his main promoter. So take out Oscar De La Hoya. Let's say Oscar De La Hoya retired before Floyd Mayweather, because he could have retired. He could have stayed retired. Oscar De La Hoya never would have gave Floyd Mayweather opportunity. He never would have built Golden Boy Promotion. He would have been, and let's say he just would have been like every other boxer, and just, you know what I'm saying, do what they do. Who's gonna flip the bill? Who's gonna give him payday? If it was a Golden Boy Promotion, how Canelo Alvarez as well was gonna get a fight with Canelo? How Canelo Alvarez was gonna get a fight with Floyd Mayweather? How Floyd Mayweather was gonna get a fight with Canelo Alvarez? How you was gonna get the Miguel Cotto fight? How you was gonna get the Shane Mosley fight? I'm talking about now Canelo Alvarez. See, because these are the type of fights that make your resume separate from other. It makes your resume lucrative. You fought Hall of Fame caliber fighters, and you beat Cotto, and you beat Shane Mosley. Resume looks sexy. Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya has done great things, have turned these guys into wealthy men, yet these guys hate Oscar De La Hoya, and I want to know why. I actually want to know why. What y'all think, folks? Christian Padilla said, punch spitting facts. I want to know why. Oscar De La Hoya has turned these guys into wealthy men, yet they hate Oscar De La Hoya. I don't understand that. Remember, and if people, I forgot who told me this in the comment section. I credit Oscar with giving Floyd an opportunity to fight, but Floyd also made Golden Boy their last money too. Golden Boy lost money too. No. Look, a fighter's still gonna fight. A fighter still. The thing is, look, I'm gonna tell you something like this about boxing: opportunity, man. In boxing, it's all about opportunity. Some fighters seize the moment. Some fighters capitalize. Some fighters drop the ball. In boxing, it's all about it. Look, once you're a professional and you got the machine behind you and you're a high invested fighter, opportunity is everything, bro. Jermell Charlo has an opportunity to become a 2-division world champion. He went from, look at the opportunity. He went from a potential fight with Tim Zhu and giving Tim Zhu a shot to a Canelo Alvarez. Ain't nobody in this community was talking about Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. But the opportunity, now what Jermell Charlo seized the moment, capitalized off the moment. Hector Luis Garcia seized the moment versus Chris Colbert. Pitbull Cruz, we talked about Pitbull Cruz earlier. Yes, he lost, but he made a good account of himself that he's living off his performance versus Gervonta Tank Davis. George Camboso is living off the performance he had with Teofimo Lopez. You get an opportunity, you seize the moment. You know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz just finished fighting somebody. 4 to 5 weeks, he need to prepare for an AJ. And then he becomes heavyweight champion of the world. If he never got into AJ opportunity, would Andy Ruiz ever get an opportunity? Think about that. Think about it. This is the heavyweight division. It's not easy to get a heavyweight title fight. This is a heavyweight division. It's not easy to get a heavyweight title fight. Opportunity. Any boxing fan in the building. What's good? Any boxing fan. What's good? Nah, it's any or Nebraska. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all probably talking about something out there. Maybe Oscar smashed the girls with fishnets. Probably, I think that's the way they hate him. Oh, man, I missed this. My fault, Christian Padilla. My fault. Maybe Tio should have taken Ryan's challenge money. Should have. I don't know. Is it a real challenge? Is it a real challenge? Is it going to be put? I hope so. And I think that I'm gonna tell you like this, Christian Padilla. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in the membership. Matter of fact, I didn't even gotta put. They want that fight. Tio's team, Ryan Garcia's team, is in talks. I'm not sure how far it is, but they're in talks for a potential fight. I doubt it's gonna be that, I doubt is because are they gonna do this ESPN and the zone thing again? I doubt that they're gonna want Ryan Garcia to face Teofimo Lopez right now. I think they want to get him in the winning column and then face Buster Douglas. Sees the moment. Shot. Yep. It would have to be Jermell. He would be too. Thank you. That's what I got. Too. I got to put that up because it would have been. He's going by the poll, right? It would have to be Jermell. He'll be a 2-division undisputed world champion, 8 title holder, plus 2 ring champ and lineal champion. Hell yeah. Let me see. Let me check the poll again. Spence versus Spence with victory over Bud is still leading 39%. I don't know why. I don't know how he'll be the pound for pound. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. How is Spence victory over Bud puts him on a number 1 pound for pound, and Charlo beating Canelo, moving up 2-division world champion, two division weight classes, beating an undisputed, becoming 2-division undisputed? Can anybody tell me how many fighters in the sport of boxing have become 2-division undisputed champion of the whole wide world? Now, if Bud beats Spence, he will be He will be that. But can you tell me how many fighters been a 2-division undisputed world champion? Spence with victory leading over Bud is leading. I don't know, bro. Nobody. I mean, it could have been Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Could be Teofimo Lopez, but the politics of the sport of boxing, the franchise, and Josh Taylor that wasn't holding the belts. Morally, yes, it should be Teofimo Lopez, but they're not gonna give him that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna give him that. I see him like that. Like I recognize him like that. I do recognize him like that. No, Clarissa Shields, of course. We know Clarissa. We know Clarissa Shields. We're talking about the men. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Charles said, hold up, if Bud win and Mel win, who's pound for pound number one? Now, see, that's another thing. I want to break that. I want to break the if Bud wins, because now this is about the underdogs. But if Bud wins, he becomes a 2-division world. Damn, that's a tough one. See, if Bud wins, that's a tough one. See, if Bud wins and Charlo wins, then for pound number one, that's tough. Maybe it will depend where you have Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez on your respective pound for pound list, right? Like, let me ask y'all, where is Canelo Alvarez on your pound? Is Canelo Alvarez above Errol Spence on your pound for pound list? Now, I think that's what it'd be. Like, if y'all have Errol Spence above Canelo on your pound for pound list, and Bud wins and beats Spence or Charlo. See, I have Charlo and Canelo Alvarez up on my pound for pound list. I got Charlo ahead of Errol Spence on my pound for pound list. Canelo will be the first if Bud lose, but he is most decorated since Mayweather if he was. Mel is going up 2 weight classes, bro. Facts, man. I got Mel. If Mel wins, I got him number 1 pound for pound. What's good, Drizzy? What's good? If Mel wins, I got him number 1. I think the rematch also with Earl the True Spence and Bud Crawford. I think the rematch is gonna be the 154 because Earl the True Spence keep on saying that he's gonna move up to the 154. He keeps on talking about his weight. I don't know if he's trying to pull excuses off the back pocket, but that 147 rematch is not gonna happen. I doubt it's gonna happen. Earl Spence look like he's already tired of making a 147. But let's talk. All right, so let's talk about the fights, right? We talk about the side shows already. Let's talk about the fights. Let's talk about the fights.
If you were to put one fight in boxing together, what was truly the best fight and the best right now, what would it be?
Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tank Davis, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tank Davis.
Hold on. Let me get a glass of water. Let me give you. ¿A dónde está Pancho? Mira, se fue Pancho de aquí. Ya se fue Pancho. No veo Pancho. My friend. Cántale un diquito. Cántale un dico a mi gente. Cántale un diquito a mi gente. Espera.
Ya saben que yo le tengo una producción que dice, mami, ¿y qué lo que? Yo, dime si me quieres o si no me quieres. Mami, yo tengo mala suerte con las mujeres. Mami, tú me tienes llorando como un perrito. Llorando como un perrito. Llorando como un perrito.
Ese People Crew.
Hate it.
Oh, he always make me laugh, bro. He always make me laugh. Okay, Naoya Inoue versus Fulton. How can Stephen Fulton beat Naoya Inoue? Now Naoya Inoue is 3 division world champion. I said it 4 years ago that Naoya Inoue could be the next Manny Pacquiao. Now, I'm not going to say that he's going to be the next Manny Pacquiao in terms of becoming an 8 division world champion, because I feel like I don't believe nobody's going to do that ever again. I don't think nobody's ever going to become a 8 division world champion. Even though that is actually, you know what I'm saying, questionable, the 8th, because he did fight Margarito in a catch weight. It wasn't a pure 154-pound bout, but he's an 8 division world champion, right? That's a good fight. Matter of fact, that's a harder fight to break down than even with the Errol Spence and Bill Crawford. That's one of the toughest fights. To be honest, look, I'm a boxing junkie. I'm a boxing film junkie, bro. I love watching film. I love scoring fights. I love studying fights. It's what I do. I love it. It's a hobby. Ever since I was 11 years old, man, that's all I do is watch fights, to score fights, and just to. It's not only just to see a fight, but it's to really examine the fight and things of that nature. Naoya Inoue and Stephen Fulton is the hardest fight I ever had to be honest, to analyze. Because if you see what Stephen Fulton did to Angelo Leo, leading up to that fight with Angelo Leo, I thought that Stephen Fulton was going to work the outside, right? I didn't think that he was going to fight that type of Mexican style fight for 12 rounds. He did that. He fought on the inside, and I didn't think that Stephen Fulton was going to do that. And he showed me, like, yo, he just can't do this in spots. Stephen Fulton did it with Angelo Leo for 12 rounds, bro. 12 rounds. Stamina was acute, sharpness, inside, body shots, everything. Stephen Fulton fought and said, I want to beat Angelo Leo in his style, and he beat him in his style. And then you see the wrinkles, the different wrinkles, and you see the heavy toolbox of Stephen Fulton is what he fought with Brandon Figueroa. Now, Brandon Figueroa, you already know he's man tall. I'm thinking, all right, maybe fight him in the inside because he's tall. Brandon Figueroa shouldn't. He couldn't keep him on the outside, right? Because Brandon Figueroa, he's like Samuel, not Samuel, like Sebastian Fundura. They don't know how to use their height. And I had Stephen Fulton beating. I predict that Stephen Fulton was going to beat Brandon Figueroa, but then Stephen Fulton was fighting in the outside. So we saw the different type of rings. We saw him fighting the inside and the outside versus Brandon Figueroa. And yes, it was a close fight, but champions versus champion is supposed to be a close fight. So I see what he did back to back. 2 training camps. I see 2 different styles of fight, and he did it at the highest level. Now, of course, yeah, Stephen Fulton's not a knockout artist, but he has enough power to keep you honest. You know what I'm saying? He has enough power to earn his respect. You know what I'm saying? Now, I see that Stephen Fulton could adjust to any style. HLD in the building. What's good? HLD Boricua in the building. Shout out to HLD. What's good, brother? What's good? So, and I've been having Stephen Fulton on my pound for pound list for quite some time, right? Stephen Fulton could adjust to the style of Naoya Inoue. The question really is, could Stephen Fulton adjust to the speed and power of Inoue? I believe that Stephen Fulton could keep up with Inoue's style. I think so. Could he neutralize the power of Inoue? Nah, it's hard to neutralize power. Could he neutralize the speed? Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Naoya Inoue is a very smart fighter. Very smart fighter, doesn't make a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. He's a very smart. The way that he approaches his offensive game is very, very smart. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest defensive fighter because I'm thinking his offense ignites his defense, right? And I think it's the difference between Stephen Fulton and I think his defense mostly ignites his offense, but the other way around. Naoya Inoue is a decent. He's a elite, one of the best offensive fighters in the sports today. He is my number 1 pound for pound in the sport of boxing. But Stephen Fulton, if he could catch in between the shots, because this is what it is. It's probably speed. It's probably quickness versus speed. And this is the way I see it. I see Naoya Inoue being faster than Stephen Fulton but I could see where Stephen Fulton could be quicker. You understand what I'm trying to say? Fast and quick is two different things, in my opinion. Flex BX in the building. Flex Alfonso con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Parique. A comprar French fry with chicken con un chicken wing que son 50 centavos. I appreciate you, my brother Alfonso. See, when we saw Naoya Inoue, and another thing about Naoya Inoue is that Naoya Inoue, he could sustain being hurt. And I said that the other day. We seen a lot of people with the same over the bone, over the bone. I think I said it right. I'm sorry. It's English is my second language. Over the bone injury. It was good, KS. In the building, it was good, KS. Over the bone. I was seeing me too. His eye was effed up. Over the bone. I seen a lot of people go down, bro. We seen Kell Brook quit. We seen Danny Dubois quit. We seen Paulie Malignaggi can't keep up versus Orbital Bone. Thank you. we seen Paulie. We seen. we seen Paulie Malignaggi couldn't keep up with Cotto. We saw Ugas. The referee had to stop it with Ugas. But with Inoue, when Nonito Donaire, the Filipino flag, the 4th Division World Champion, cracked the orbital bone of Naoya Inoue came out stronger. You remember what Duke, the trainer of Apollo Creed, said? He said, I never seen nobody get beaten like that before, and the man kept coming after you. Now, we don't want that type of problem in our lives. Naoya Inoue kept on coming after Nonito Donaire. A fractured orbital bone that he kept on coming. Pause. But what do we learn in that fight? And of course, I mean, look. In almost all the Inoue fights, the only one that actually was competitive was Nonito Donaire. So we can't really see Naoya Inoue in the trenches. But what I've seen in the two, I'm gonna say the one fight, because the second fight, he blew him out the water. If you could work in between Naoya Inoue's shots, you're gonna land some punches. But those shots have to be significant. Those shots can't be pity pat. Do I believe that Stephen Fulton could do that? Do I believe that Stephen Fulton got a good jab? Can I believe that Stephen Fulton his jab could offset the timing of Naoya Inoue? I believe so. I believe that he got an elite jab. I believe he got good footwork. I believe he got great skills, as a matter of fact. Not good skills. Stephen Fulton got great skills. But he's going to have to sit down on his punches if you want to beat Naoya Inoue or gain the respect of Naoya Inoue. You're going to have to hit in between those type of shots. If you throw 3 shots, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who's gonna throw more punches, but I believe that Naoya Inoue probably gonna be throwing more punches coming from the smaller weight division. But Stephen Fulton does throw punches as well. He knows how to mix them up. It's gonna be tough for Stephen Fulton, and I believe it's gonna be tough for Inoue as well, because I think the movement, the in and out movement of Stephen Fulton is really gonna disrupt the timing of. Because I don't think that Naoya Inoue has been in the ring with somebody with that type of footwork. I don't think that Naoya Inoue been in the ring with a person that is very elite in the inside game and the outside game. So I could see Fulton disrupting the timing of Inoue. Now, if you could disrupt the timing, then you could disrupt everything else. If you could disrupt the timing, you could disrupt the rhythm. And I'm gonna say it like this. Look, it's like this. And I'm gonna give you. And if y'all know other sports like basketball, I'm gonna break it down to you. I coach. I used to coach also kids. I play ball and stuff like that. I always say like this: you're never going to stop a jump shooter. For example, you're never going to stop Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry got a jump shot. You ain't never going. You really not going to stop him. The way that you what's the word I'm looking for? Starts with an E. The efficiency. The way that you stop the efficiency of Stephen Curry, and I'm gonna say what Naoya Inoue. You disrupt his timing, what is going to disrupt his rhythm. With Stephen Curry, you ain't gonna stop him from making a three or shooting the three. I'm sorry, from shooting the three. What you're gonna do, you want to disrupt his rhythm, get to his spot where he want to get, stay close to his wind-up hand. So when you shoot in the jump shot, I gotta do this in basketball format as well, right? You right-handed, you catch, you want to go around. If you could stay on his left side and make his left side comfortable, so his wind-up wouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? You disrupt, you ain't won't stop no Stephen Curry jump shot, but you could disrupt his rhythm, his timing. You could get to the spot where he want to get quicker, or you could be in the side in which you want to crowd him. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that you need to do. So let's say for Naoya Inoue, what Stephen Fulton would need to do is probably become a yin yang fighter. If you could fight on the inside and the outside, you could give Inoue what if Inoue want to fight on the inside, fight on the outside. When you don't want to fight on the outside, you fight on the inside or something like that. Got to be a yin yang fighter. Give him the different type of looks. Give him the different type of looks. Disrupt his rhythm, disrupt his timing, and then you disrupt the game plan. You're not going to stop Inoue's power, and you're not going to stop him like you from throwing fast. You're not really going to stop him from landing either. But if you could disrupt his rhythm and his timing, and if you could be the quicker guy versus the faster guy, if you could land those counter shots, if you could land, if he's throwing 3 punches and you land that one right there, boom, that stops his rhythm and stop his follow-up. Stop if he's throwing, if Naoya is a person that throws 3-4 punch combinations, and you limit him to two punch combination, if you could smother his work, he's good going to the body as well. He's a body killer. You know what I'm saying? If you could disrupt him going to the body as well, because he's going to go to the body, that's his comfort. He likes to barbecue the ribs. Then it's something else. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You're not going to disrupt the power. The only way that you could be Naoya Inoue, disrupt his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Once you could, because you could do that to a lot of great, not a lot of great fighters, because a lot of great fighters know how to make timely adjustments. The difference between a good fighter and a great fighter is that a great fighter know how to make timely in-ring adjustments. Good fighters, they know how to go back to the drawing board and come back stronger. I think stuff could be quicker. I don't think he's faster than Inoue, but I think he'll be quicker. It's almost like Lomachenko versus Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. was faster than Loma, but Loma was quicker. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like Gary Russell Jr. back then could throw those 12, 13 punch combinations and stuff like that real fast. But what beat Gary Russell Jr. is the quickness of Lomachenko. He was hitting him in those in-between combinations and stuff like that. And those were efficient counter shots that Lomachenko was using. He also had better footwork as well. So I think that that Stephen Fulton has to be the Loma. He has to perform like Loma did versus Gary Russell Jr. That's what I could see. I could see that happening. I could see Stephen Fulton using the footwork, using the in and out, using the angles. I could see him using the in and out movement. I could see him do what Loma did to Gary Russell Jr. And I could see Stephen, because look, I'm gonna tell you like this: Gary Russell Jr. was a special fighter, man. If it wasn't for the inactivity, Gary Russell Jr. was a special fighter. To be honest, I was even surprised the way that Lomachenko beat Gary Russell Jr. Going into that fight, I had Gary Russell Jr. beating Lomachenko. I'm like, yo, when Lomachenko beat Gary Russell Jr., because I used to think highly of Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. was one of my favorite fighters coming out the amateurs and stuff like that. Like I always said in my live on my channel, that's one of my favorite classes. You know what I'm saying? With Gary Russell Jr., Lemiz Andre, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, Leo Santa Cruz, Bud Crawford, Danny Garcia, Saddam Ali, and stuff like that. Daniel Jacobs, that was the favorite. That was my favorite class. I used to pay attention to the amateurs a lot. I was surprised the way that Loma neutralized the speed of Gary Russell Jr. Yo, Punch, was Gary Russell Jr. overrated? Nah, I don't think he was overrated. He beat Jojo Diaz too. You know what I'm saying? When Jojo Diaz was elite after the Tevin Farmer fight. And I just think that inactivity. I think that I think if everybody knows Gary Russell Jr., I don't think he was overrated. I just think that his career, he didn't get the type of fights. I think he would have beaten Leo Santa Cruz too. If he would have got those type of fights, I just don't think he got the type of fights. If he would have beaten, if he would have beaten Lomachenko, then he would have beaten, would have had a Jojo Diaz on his record, would have had a Leo Santa Cruz on his record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was pumping Gervonta Tank Davis and Gary Russell Jr. back then. Back then, I was pumping Gary Russell Jr. and Gervonta Tank Davis. Look, I got the receipts right here, bro. Yo. Look at when I was pumping Gary Russell Jr. Look at this. There he was. Look at this. Watch this. Check this out. Hold on. My old videos. Tank versus Gary Russell. Most exciting fight boxing has to offer. May 20th, 2018. Yeah, man. I was pumping that fight. Blood and hair, you got me. That he's coming back, but he was gone for a while. Training Farmer. Insane footwork Loma has. Yeah, they kind of are scheduled because man. Tevin just fought last month. Yeah, I saw it too. He was out like for almost 3 years, right? Now the Tevin Farmer retired. No. He just fought he fought a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't several weeks ago, right? But yeah, I think that's the only way that Stephen Fulton actually beat Naoya Inoue. Now let's move forward for the next upset. Errol the True Spence, of course, we've been talking about this fight for quite some time. I even put it on Twitter like, yo, how can we still be breaking down this fight? And I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what, man, this is 1 week to the fight, man. It's the fight that we all been waiting for, all been talking about. It'll be a disservice if I just be like, you know, let me just wait for the fight and not further talk about this, right? But I'm just going to be talking about how this is a lot that's going to be talking about the upsets, the underdogs, is how the underdog is gonna propel to beat the favorite, right? And just because they're underdog, that doesn't mean that it's going to be an upset. But that's the way that's the language of boxing. The underdog, if he beats the favorite, is the upset, right? Errol Spence is what Floyd Mayweather, to be honest. I know a lot of people is going to critique me on this, but I said this before and I said it for a long time. But if you never heard me saying it, I'm going to say it again. Errol the True Spence to me, back then, is how Floyd Mayweather used to look at Triple G. Remember when Floyd Mayweather called Triple G straight up and down, no special effects? That's the way that I saw Errol the True Spence. Now, Errol the True Spence got 3 titles right now. I think Keith Thurman in his A game would have beaten Errol the True Spence. I don't think that Errol Spence would have beaten Keith from Tom Thurman, but of course that's a whole different type of debate and stuff like that. But on there, if they was at the top of their game, I think that Keith Thurman beats Errol Spence. But Errol Spence is predictable. Errol Spence got the best motor in the sport of boxing outside of Roman Gonzalez Chocolatito. I said it a lot of times. It's going to be hard to outbox Errol the True Spence because of his motor. Punch resistance, enabled it to take some shots, enabled to weather the storm. High volume puncher, the best high volume puncher in the welterweight division. but Crawford starts off slow. Earl the True Spence got to do what he usually does in the beginning of the fights, and usually needs to do how to end fights, right? Again, Earl the True Spence got the best motor in the sport of boxing outside of Chocolatito. His engine is the best. His stamina as a high-volume puncher is the best. Bud Crawford takes his time. Now, what does Errol Spence love to do? Dogfight. When do we see Bud Crawford get hurt? In a dogfight. But when do we see Bud Crawford really wins? When he's pushed, this is what it is. Bud Crawford, as much as he gets credit for his boxing skills and his IQ, you could make Bud Crawford fight your fight. If you could make him fight your fight, you got to be the best in fighting your fight. See, when Bomac had to tell Bud Crawford that you're losing, Terence Crawford became Bud Crawford. See, as much as Terence Bud Crawford gets credit for his style, for his skills, for his technique, for his IQ, he needed to be a dog to win, to come back and win and stop the Mean Machine. He needed to be a dog. It wasn't skills. It wasn't the pound for pound number one elite skills. You know, the way that we talk about Terence Bud Crawford that beat Sean Porter. No, he needed to go out there and fight Sean Porter. He needed to go out there and fight Mean Machine. Could he beat Errol Spence in his own game? And I say no. Errol Spence is going to come out bigger. Errol Spence, if people want to say his layoff, probably his layoff could take an effect. But if Errol Spence gets Bud Crawford into a dogfight, I think this is one dogfight that Bud Crawford won't win. But Errol Spence got to do something a little bit different for a smart fighter like Bud. Errol Spence is too predictable for the IQ like Bud Crawford. It's the reason why Bomac said a couple of years ago that Keith Thurman is a harder fight than Errol the True Spence. There's people that was like, oh, Bomac just capping, but he just capping. No. Bomac said the reason why Keith Thurman is a harder fight was because Keith Thurman is unpredictable, he's awkward, and he got footwork. And being awkward is tough. We've seen Keith Thurman switch up versus Leonard Bundu and drop him when he switched up to southpaw. Spence is too predictable. He throws the same jab to the solar plex, 2 punches, push you off with an elbow, try to get you to the body, reset. Jab, 1, 2, jab. He's very, very good. He's very, very good. I don't think that Errol Spence is special. I think he's just very, very good. And his fundamentally sound, and he's faithful to his fundamentally sound. Errol Spence is like Tim Duncan, bro. He's just fundamentally sound. He's textbook. Could a textbook fighter beat Bud Crawford? Could a textbook fighter beat Bud Crawford? What does Errol Spence do that's unpredictable? He fights the same way he fought Ugas is the same way he fought Kell Brook. Right? The same way he fought Ugas is the same way he fought Kell Brook. The same way Bud Crawford fought Gamboa is not the same way that he fought Porter. Maybe people take this switch, you know what I'm saying? Look. But I think that Errol the True Spence motor size could beat Bud Crawford. I believe this fight is going to go to the decision. And if it goes to a decision, I just don't see Bud Crawford outpointing Errol the True Spence. I don't see Bud Crawford outpointing Errol the True Spence. I don't see him landing more shots than Errol the True Spence. Errol Spence knows how to cut the ring off real good. There's gonna be a fight. A fight is gonna break loose. Mr. Sanchez, con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Chari Parique. Good looking out, Mr. Sanchez. Do you think if Crawford going southpaw will be an advantage over Spence? Well, the last time I believe that Errol Spence fought a southpaw was Van Heerden, right? Van Heerden, I know Leonard Bundu, he was switching from southpaw and orthodox and stuff like that. But the difference between Leonard Bundu switching from orthodox and southpaw was to change change a rhythm of the fight. I think what Bud Crawford does, he does it with a real purpose. You know what I'm saying? He adjusts, and when he adjusts, he just don't go back and forth and stuff like that. Now, he don't do it like what George Kambosos was trying to do to Devin Haney in the second fight. You know what I'm saying? Had no real game plan. He's just trying to give different type of looks and make Devin Haney overly think. Bud Crawford switches up to a purpose. But did he do good versus what was the last southpaw he fought? It's been a long time since he fought a southpaw, so I believe that he should come out as a southpaw, or orthodox and switch to southpaw. In my opinion, I think he should come out as a southpaw. In my opinion, I think that's gonna probably offset the time and probably offset, you know what I'm saying, the game plan or whatever. I think he needs to move a lot. If you understand, early True Spence, even in the amateurs, he wasn't great with the movers. That's why the Russian fighters was doing good against early True Spence, because he's not good with the movers and stuff like that. And when early True Spence doesn't sit down on his punches, you know what I'm saying, his power is not really there. It's the reason why he had Michael Garcia. He couldn't even knock out Michael Garcia. He was moving too much that when Errol Spence can't sit down on his punches, he's not this man down type of fighter. He's not. You know what I'm saying? If you keep moving, you see, like even with remember when he hurt Sean Porter, it's because they was in the middle of the ring. He finally sit down on his punches, but when he kept Errol Spence moving back and fighting with the back foot and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm saying like this: Errol the True Spence can't fight backwards. So what does the Bud has to take it to him? Bud has to take it to Errol the True Spence. You just can't be fighting. You got to do both. I almost contradicted myself because I said that he's bad with movers. Not bad with movers, but he can't sit down on his punches. You give him to sit down on his punches and stuff like that, the early True Spence is going to tee off, you know? And I don't believe that Bud Crawford's defense is all that great. I believe that he's a good counter puncher, but I don't believe that his defense is all that. He ain't no Floyd Mayweather. He ain't no Peter Whitaker. He's decent, but he does get hit. Both of these guys get hit. Both of these guys are vulnerable to some shots. And if you could get Bud Crawford to go away from his game plan, I believe that the style of Errol True Spence could get him away from his game plan. You got to understand that Bud Crawford has this competitive nature. You know what I'm saying? If you could get him into trying to prove something to you, I think Errol Spence could do that to Bud Crawford. If you could get him to try to prove something to you, you could get him. Madison in the building. What's good, Madison? She said, punch. You think T.O. going to sign with Al Heyman so he can get a Javante Davis fight? Nah, man. He got a contract with Top Rank. Unless Al Heyman want to buy out his contract, then yes. If Al Heyman is ready to buy out the contract of Teofimo Lopez, then yeah, I believe that fight is going to be happening. But I'm going to tell you like this. Bob Arum always wanted that fight. Matter of fact, Bob Arum wanted Tank versus T.O. more T.O. versus Haney. Let me give it like this. Bob Arum was already talking to Mayweather Promotions prior to Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people didn't know that. I'm just giving y'all something. Y'all wouldn't become a member of the Punch on Boxing. You already know. Y'all would have known that. Bob Arum was already talking to Mayweather Promotions before Teofimo Lopez in the eve of Kambosos versus T.O. He was not even interested in Devin Haney and T.O. He was interested in Tank and T.O. So they ready to buy out a contract. They wouldn't buy the contract, and I think the way the top rank treats Tio and stuff like that and don't value him, shit, it shouldn't cost too much, right? Shouldn't cost too much. So I believe that that's the way that early true Spence could be Bud Crawford. Now let's move over to Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo, which is an interesting fight. I believe that Canelo Alvarez, regardless of people when admit it or not, I believe that Canelo Alvarez is declining. And like I said before, his decline could be everybody else's greatness. Just because you're declining, and I said this before, Canelo Alvarez is declining. He's been fighting ever since he was like 15 years old. All right, there's a lot of wear and tear in Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez can't move the way he could move. He doesn't have the stamina. His stamina is worse than ever. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be real with it. Canelo Alvarez's stamina is worse than ever. He got tired in the 3rd round versus Bivol. He got tired after the 7th round versus Triple G, the old man. And he couldn't put away John Ryder that was out there and giving him the looks to be taken out. Tio Javante, they would be fireworks. Hell yeah. That would be epic. I think it would be more fireworks because it will be more of a, I think people will believe more in Tio than they believe in Ryan Garcia. It will be more of a 50-50 fight for a lot of people. Who will be the favorite? I got Tio as the favorite. Matter of fact, let me ask that question. Who's the favorite? Tio versus Tank. Who's the favorite? Who's the favorite to that fight? If that was announced today, who's the favorite? Tio versus Tank. Yeah. After the John Saylor fight, who's the favorite? Gee, I might do that video. I'm gonna do a video, man, after that. Danny didn't say Tio all day. Who's the A side? I don't know. About 140 tech with the stipulations. No stipulations. 140. How about this? No rehydration clause, but 138. Catch weight, 138. Until the case calls right. At 140. Let's say 138. Let's say 138. Catch weight, 138. So that 140, T all the way. 138. Let's see. I still got T all the way. So that T the T that is in his that's focused in his game, no health issues, no nothing. I don't think nobody beats that kid, bro. I don't think nobody beats T.O., bro. When he's on, bro, he's making these guys look like another level. But anyway, let's go back to Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, whether we like it or not, he's declining. But his decline is probably still better than David Benavidez. His decline is probably better than Jermell Charlo. His decline better than a lot of these fighters. But something about Jermell Charlo is getting better. And that's scary. At the age of Jermell Charlo, see, a lot of these fighters, let me tell you something about boxing. A lot of these fighters, they are succeeding with their amateur skill set. See, when you turn, especially these elite amateurs, they're getting by with their amateur skill set. See, they turn professionals and they get these tailor-made bunch of fights and stuff like that. They get knocked out so they can knock out and their resume look pretty. And then, you know, in the professional level, you sharpen up your tools, but you already using the skills that you came up with. Jermell Charlo has grown so substantially better, added more to the wrinkles than any other fighter I've seen of this era. Jermell Charlo, think about when Jermell Charlo was back then. He wasn't even knocking people out crazy. He wasn't knocking people out crazy. He got with Derrick James, start planting his feet better, sharpshooter, power punches, better placement shots, started getting better. Joanne Guzman, The last fight with Brian Castano, that was the best Jermell Charlo I ever seen. The scary part about it, Jermell Charlo is actually older than Canelo Alvarez. And he's getting better. See, that's different. There's a few fighters that got better when they're in their 30s, right? Manny Pacquiao started throwing a great jab, a good jab after 30 years old. That's when he started developing a jab. Even Floyd Mayweather at the age of 30, his defense was better than ever. His defense was better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Cotto, 30 years old. He was doing good, Cotto. You know what I'm saying? He was moving better. He started to move better. There's few fighters that could elevate their game at an older age. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say Joe Joyce, but the way that he lost with the big band was very disappointing, right? Alexander Usyk. There's some people that they just start looking even better at the age of 30. So Jermell Charlo is at his peak right now. Let's see, and both of these guys are actually coming from hand injuries and stuff like that. But at least Canelo Alvarez test his hands. We haven't seen Jermell Charlo test his hands, right? I think that looking at the way that Jermell Charlo in his offensive game it is, I think he's become a complete offensive fighter. I think he's one of the most complete fighters in the sport of boxing, and I don't even understand why a lot of people don't see him as pound for pound. I think that's a slap in the face, in my opinion. But I believe his size, his footwork, and the thing is, he got power off the back foot. If you look at where he was catching Brian Castano, he's catching these guys. Look, I'm gonna say that, and he got one shot power. Look at the way he knocked out. Look at the knockouts he got, bro. The knockout with Erickson Lubin, and around that time, Erickson Lubin, yes, he's young, but he's like an upcoming fighter that he got a lot of potential, and a lot of people saw greatness in Erickson Lubin. He knocked him out in the first round out here in Barclays Center with one shot. He made Jason Rosario in the unification bout crash the Holy Ghost on the jab to the solo plex. He knocked out Tony Harrison in the rematch and stuff like that. He knocked out, you know what I'm saying? When I told you before, great fighters know how to make in-rings adjustments. And I mean, special fighters know how to make in-ring adjustments. Great fighters know how to make them adjustments. They go back to the drawing board and come back. Jermell Charlo go back to the drawing board and he become better. He learns. You know what I'm saying? He's a student of the game. He stays in the gym. He got a live-in trainer that trains all day. Juan Guzman lives and trains Jermell Charlo even when he's not even having a contractual fight. Jermell Charlo was a gym rat. Jermell Charlo was dangerous. And now Jermell Charlo is undisputed. He really got nothing to lose. He's not protecting the O. It's not like he's protecting the O. He got nothing to lose. A lot of people don't think that he's going to beat Canelo Alvarez. All the pressure is going on Canelo Alvarez. Let me say it like this. This is the type of pressure that is different from many other pressure because, yeah, there may be a pressure of Canelo Alvarez fighting Kovalev because he's moving up to the 175. Yeah, it may be pressure of Canelo Alvarez fighting Dimitri Bivol because he's moving up. But I'm going to tell you like this. This is the type of it because of the lack of respect that they have for Jermell Charlo. If Canelo Alvarez loses to Jermell Charlo, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to question the greatness of Canelo Alvarez because of the lack of respect that people have. And this is unfortunate because in my opinion, Jermell Charlo was top 5, top 6 pound for pound. It's been like that for several years already. If Jermell Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez, many people will question the greatness of Canelo Alvarez. I think a loss to Dimitri Bivol doesn't do that because he's daring to be great. A loss if he would have lost to Kovalev doesn't do that. A loss to Floyd Mayweather doesn't do that. A loss to a guy that he wasn't even linked to for many years, you know what I'm saying? That's coming from 2 division going up. If Jermell Charlo beats him, you would think that Jermell Charlo could have beaten. You would think that Andre could have beat him. You would think that many fighters could have beat him. You would think twice. It's going to be, and I said it the other day. It's gonna be like this. It's going to be Roy Jones Jr. again. Yes, he's gonna become a first ballot Hall of Famer. But what's the word? what's the word? The aura of his greatness is going to be shot. La con los 2 pesos de plata. No, said none of the guys in questions will win no upsets. We're going to see. Why not? Why not, Roman? Why not? You tell us why. Come on, buddy. Why Fulton can't beat Inoue? Why Errol Spence can't beat Buck Crawford? And why Jermell Iron Man Charlo can't beat Canelo Alvarez? Would you go? Well, why? What is it? What experience? What is it? What is it? Madison said Charlo will beat Canelo. Why Charlo can't beat Canelo? I mean, he went 12 rounds with John Ryder. I thought that, to be honest, I didn't even think that Canelo Alvarez was gonna. I didn't think that Jack Ryder would last 3 to 4 rounds. I didn't even think that John Ryder would last 3 to 4 rounds with a Canelo Alvarez, a man that lost 5 times. Tailor-made. I'm gonna tell you like this: he was picked, tailor-made for Canelo Alvarez to have an extraordinary, beautiful night in Mexico. He was tailor-made to look great. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. All I'm saying is Canelo Alvarez, he's great. But he's not looking special of late. He's looking very good. He's looking great. I'm sorry. He's looking great, but he ain't looking special no more. Canelo Alvarez is not looking special like he was when he had that good streak in 168 to become a middleweight champion. When he beat Triple G in the last fight. Even though that is a close fight, a lot of people feel like it was a controversy, but it's supposed to be a close fight. That's what best fighting the best is. He said, because I'm praying. Dad, that's your analysis. Look at that with a super chat. That's your analysis, man. He said, Flex BX, Alfonso in the building said the upset will be Charlo being Canelo. I feel Canelo is for the taking these days. He's not looking immortal, bro. Right after the Caitlin Plant fight, I was like, man, this man looking like Kobe Bryant in the 4th quarter, Michael Jordan in the 4th quarter under 2 minutes, man. But now, Canelo Alvarez stamina and his movement and his training regimen looks like he's not running. Oh man, he's gonna have to have some footwork, because I'm gonna tell you like this: Canelo Alvarez is playing. Canelo Alvarez is fighting too predictable right now. They seeing his shots. The reason why he's not knocking out people is because, remember, you get knocked out with the shots that you don't see. They seeing his shots now. Canelo Alvarez is a small dude. Bivol should have never been throwing more punches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Charles Edward Cheese Queso, free cheese, shot o'clock. Oh, hey, shari, party, ¿qué espera? Hey, vamos a beber un poquito. Un shari, shot o'clock. Happy Hour Thursday. Woo, Mama Juana. Gracias, Charles Edward Cheese, con los 100 pesos a comprar gasolina de 93. Gracias de lo mío. Good looking out, Charles Edward Cheese. Looking out, brother. Appreciate you. And E-Boxing fan con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Parique. I have Crawford, Inoue, and Canelo. Although they are tough fights, if proved wrong, I'll eat my crow soup. Crow. ¿Cómo tú lo dices? Pollo guisado. Crow guisado. You're gonna eat crow guisado. And E-Boxing fan. Those are good picks. That's why I'm talking about the picks. I think a lot of people feel like, who's going to win, but Crawford's going to win and Canelo Alvarez is going to win. But Are we gonna be surprised? Let's be real. Let's be real. Are we going to be surprised if Fulton beats Inoue? Remember, it's Inoue moving up in weight class. Are we going to really be surprised if Errol the True Spence, the bigger guy, beats Bud Crawford, the guy that has have a better resume in the welterweight division? Are we going to be surprised that maybe finally Goliath? Because I think that's the problem. I think that not the problem, but the issue. I think that Errol, that Canelo Alvarez have done so much. Canelo Alvarez has done so much, and he's always been the little guy fighting the bigger guy that we just got spoiled. We got used to him. We forgot his height. But maybe now Canelo Alvarez maybe his team felt like, you know what, man, I think you've been fighting bigger guys too much. Pause, man. It's time for you to just fight dudes that's your own size. And let's see. Let's gain. We got a 3-fight deal. Let's gain back our momentum. Let's stop trying to do the impossible. Let's just do what we could do, what we could handle for the meantime, and let's build on that. So let's go back to our size. Let's fight guys our size, and let's build on that. We need to do greater things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're on that type of time. Good looking now, Charles Edward Cheese. Shout out to Charles Edward Cheese. Queso de americano, queso de suizo, queso de monster cheese, de todo. Yo no puedo comer un sandwich without cheese. Who could eat a burger without cheese? Who could eat a sandwich without cheese? Huh? Who could eat a sandwich with cheese? Who could eat macaroni without cheese? How could you have your pockets without cheese? Huh? Come on, y'all. Come on. All about cheese. All about cheese. Cheese. All about queso. How you gonna eat mango? You can't say mango con los tres golpes without cheese. You know what I'm saying? Mango, salchichon, huevo, Tropicana cheese. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want the huevo. Sometimes you don't want the salchichon. You just want some cheese. Some fried Tropicana cheese, Dominican cheese. Shout out. Good looking out, Madison. Good looking out. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Welcome, go. Let's see if Samurai can't cut it out. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna tell you like this because he's a samurai. I'm gonna tell you something about these Japanese fighters. These Japanese fighters don't quit. You gotta kill them. You gotta kill them or throw the towel. You gotta say these guys don't quit. These samurais don't quit. And I did a video about the samurais. Man, I'll tell you, I got some receipts. Man, I don't know if y'all new to the channel, but man, I got so much. I had so much. Look at this. Hold on. Peep this out. Look at that. Look at this video. Look at this video. Man, I even did a whole video about Japanese fighters, bro. Look at this. Now, Japanese boxing samurais are not your average fighters. Warriors of all warriors. Look when I did this. January 29th, 2021. Tell you, bro. Look at the Japanese fighters. I've been following, man, Japanese fighters and stuff like that, man. They samurais, bro. They don't quit for nothing. Stephen Fulton, little pitty pat ain't going. You better put some thumb in it. Go put some thumb in them punches. Don't be surprised if Fulton make it look like Yoshino when he fought Shakur. No. Big knee. Big knees. I don't know, man. Big knees. I don't know about that, son. I don't know about that. Logan Martinez con los 2 pesos de plátano said people didn't see Dimitri winning either. True. You see, yo, Charles, you see all these receipts I'm putting out? Damn, I'm Nostradamus. Yeah, the prophet. I'm telling you, these Japanese fighters, man. But I don't know about that big knees, man. I don't know. He said, don't be surprised if Fulton make, look like Yoshino. Damn. I don't know about that one, bro. I see my guy. Now, Inoue. Hey, yo, you know what a Japanese woman told me? She said, You know what? You're the only one that pronounces Inoue his name correctly. You do it perfect. I say, how you pronounce it well? I say, I'm Spanish. I pronounce it like I'm like Spanish. Inoue. Now, oh yeah, Inoue. She said, I love the way you pronounce his last name. You pronounce it. Nobody pronounces it like that. That's the way in Japanese we pronounce the name. But that's a tough fight right there. That's a tough fight. I won't be surprised if of all the underdogs sweep it. I won't be surprised. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised if Charlo do it, but I won't be surprised, man, because I'm looking at Canelo and I'm like, Canelo, you know what it is, man? And the thing, I'm looking at Canelo like I'm looking at one of my favorite fighters, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. was mine. Roy Jones Jr. was my heart, man. It hurt me. I don't know which one hurt more. Mike Tyson losing to Buster Douglas or Roy Jones Jr. getting knocked out by Antonio Tarver. To be honest, look, I respect Antonio Tarver. This is how mad I was at Antonio Tarver. I think it was 2007. 2007, your boy was in Miami. And I was going to Wet Willie's. I seen this guy go to Wet Willie's. I'm standing next to Antonio Tarver. I'm a boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? And naturally, I when I see a boxer, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fan of boxing and stuff like that. Yo, Antonio Tarver, yo. I look at Antonio Tarver and I'm like, it's that thing that I'm fail going you, man. Motherfucker. I looked at him like I was like I ain't even I ain't liked him, man. I'll be real, bro. He was in Wet Willie's and stuff like that. He was ese tipo estaba fumando hielo. And I'm like, mira the tigre. He think he's the man because he beat Roy Jones Jr., man. You think you're the man and stuff like that. I didn't even want to say what's up to the dude. Because I think that's the worst experience I ever had as a fan is watching Roy Jones Jr. get knocked out the way that he got knocked out. And then he knocked out cold by Glenn Johnson. I already thought that Roy Jones Jr. was dead. I thought he was dead. I thought that Glenn Johnson killed Roy Jones Jr. God forbid. I said, damn, when Roy Jones Jr. lose, man, he lose. Shit. See, that's the problem with Roy Jones Jr. When he lose, he lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, help me, help. Paramedics enter the ring. He lose bad. If Roy Jones Jr. ain't lose bad like that, you know what I'm saying? But when he lose bad. And then by guys that we never thought would beat him, knock him out. You know, we got knocked out in Russia and shit like that. Even Fulton was like, we having this thing. He got knocked out. Damn, Roy. Yo, Roy Jones Jr. looked like for real, like the monsters in Space Jam and shit like that. And they suck the powers out of the NBA players, out of Charles Barkley. That's how you remind me of, like, what the fuck happened to Roy Jones Jr.? I love Roy Jones Jr., but to be honest, then I started thinking, you remember when they were talking about that he was dirty? And I started thinking about that. And I said, no. I try to mind F myself thinking that no. He was never dirty. He was never dirty. But you remember that time when people were saying that he popped dirty? And I started thinking about it like, damn, what was it? Damn, that he ain't using no more, something like that. I don't know, y'all, but for real, it looked like one day he's the greatest, and then it became like nothing. Like he became like that shit, like, and I didn't want to hear about no father time because he was only 35, 34 years old. But I'm gonna tell you like this. But around that time, I also said, yo, Roy Jones Jr., he already beat the heavyweight champion of the world. He was not going to get the Vander Holyfield fight. He was not going to get the Mike Tyson fight. That's it. He did it all. There's nothing left to prove. He came down and look what happened. I think that Roy Jones Jr. got greedy with the sport. I think that fighters contradict themselves when they say that you don't play boxing, right? Boxing is a life or death type of sport. I think in this sport, when you got nothing left to prove, you got to get out. When you got nothing left to prove to yourself, nothing else to gain, because once you become a heavyweight champion of the world, why you came right back down to fight Antonio Tarver? You actually beat Antonio Tarver. That should have been the sign right there. And to be honest, and you know what? I'm not wishing this on Canelo Alvarez. I got the same feeling I got for Roy Jones Jr. I got for Canelo Alvarez the way I have for Roy Jones Jr. after the Antonio Tarver fight. The first one. Not the second one, he got knocked out. I'm talking about the first one. After the first one, I said, that's it. Don't get. I didn't want Roy Jones Jr. to give Antonio Tarver a rematch. Me as a fan, wanted Roy Jones Jr. to finally retire. I remember I used to argue with my friends. There's nothing left to prove. Why give this guy another shot? He's hungry. You're not. You're playing CBA basketball. You're not even. He's playing. Remember, Roy Jones Jr. was playing in the CBA. He wasn't taking about. You remember when he had a game? You remember when Roy Jones Jr. had a game and then later on had a fight? Like, he didn't even think about that he's going to have an ankle, that he's going to sprain his ankle or nothing like that. Like, Roy Jones Jr. was not looking at boxing 100% anymore. So that fight with Antonio Tarver, the first fight, I said, and he drained himself. Why, if you're the heavyweight champion of the world, why are you draining yourself? What do you have to prove? See, and I think that Roy Jones Jr. is competitive nature, whatever. And I see Canelo Alvarez like that. I see there is no way why Canelo Alvarez won a whole 12 round with a John Ryder. Ese pelagato. I'm sorry, my friend. I did not believe that Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion, undisputed in the super featherweight division, King Nelo, aka Cartero, aka Cash Nelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man. I saw Canelo Alvarez in the championship round with Triple G. And I saw him in the last several rounds with John Ryder. Canelo Alvarez have nothing left to prove in boxing. But what does he see? He see checks. Same thing that Roy Jones Jr. He see checks. The same thing that we see these fighters is not that Canelo Alvarez is old, is that in all actuality, as much as we want to see Canelo Alvarez with David Benavidez, as much as we want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo, as much as we want to see Canelo Alvarez with all these fighters, in the end of the day, none of those fighters is actually going to give him a title. Not David Benavidez. David Benavidez doesn't enhance his legacy as much as we want to see the fight. In all reality, Canelo beating David Benavidez does not earn him shit. The same thing with Charlo, the same thing with Demis Andre, and the same thing with Jermell Charlo. Canelo Alvarez has separated himself from his contemporary. There's a huge gap with Canelo Alvarez and his contemporaries that's been linked to him. None of these guys could give Canelo Alvarez anything. At this point, Canelo Alvarez has maybe overstayed his welcome. Again, I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, because I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. That doesn't mean I'm right. That doesn't mean I'm wrong. So don't be like, nah, punch you. No. I'm seeing, I'm getting that same energy that I had with Roy Jones Jr. after the Antonio Tarver won, and I see the same thing with Canelo Alvarez. I feel like he's going to have his Roy Jones Jr. moment. Am I bad for saying that, folks? Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, y'all don't gotta agree. Y'all don't gotta agree. But let's be real, bro. Come on. Let's be real. I want to see David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, but it's more hype than anything else. Is that we're hyping David Benavidez, but David Benavidez haven't accomplished much either. You understand what I'm trying to say, folks? Come on, man. We can't shame Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, even though we want to see the fight. Are we really going to shame Canelo? If Canelo Alvarez retire after the Jermell Charlo fight, are you going to shame him? He's not going to become a Hall of Famer? Are you going to go and say, well, Canelo Alvarez never fought David Benavidez, so he is not great? If David Benavidez would have put more weight and come with something, you know what I'm saying? But he's coming as a challenger, though, y'all. But Canelo Alvarez got nothing. His legacy won't be enhanced. Roy Jones Jr. reflex was off the meters. Facts, bro. Nah, I disagree like a month. Coda, tell me. Talk to me, Coda. Coda. My brother Coda said Nah, I disagree like a motherfucker. He disagree 100%. Tell me where I'm not logical. Tell me, please. Tell me where you feel like, and like I said again, we can all disagree. We all got boxing minds right here, right? You know what I'm saying? I can educate, and I also want to be educated. So help me, Coda. Coda! Coda! Help me. Tell me what I'm saying doesn't make logical sense. What does he prove? How does he enhance his legacy? What is Canelo Alvarez actually fighting for? See, I even understood Canelo Alvarez trying to find Makabu what he's trying to be. I even understood that. I understood that he fought Makabu. If he would have fought Makabu that time, he would have became a 5-division world champion. I understand that. But now, because I believe that Canelo Alvarez usually fought with a purpose, or if he has an in-between fights, we understand what was going to be next. We understood that when he fought Kirkland, Cotto was going to be next. You know what I'm saying? What is his purpose now? What is Canelo Alvarez's purpose? Come on, Cotto! He been number one contender for 2 years. Plus, bro, they are all for $50 million. He ain't coming with nothing to prove he the best. No. I know that, but what does he give Canelo? I'm talking about Canelo. What does David Benavidez? If David Benavidez fights Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez beat David Benavidez, how does that alter his legacy? How much does it really enhance his legacy? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I feel like it will be big. This is the feeling. He stamped his legacy. You mean that David Benavidez is the guy to stamp the legacy of Canelo Alvarez, the 4th-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed? His resume is better than ever. You think that a guy that beat Caleb Plant, just to beat Caleb Plant, he stamps the legacy of the great Canelo Alvarez? Coda? You telling me everything that Canelo Alvarez has done in the sport of boxing, but his legacy is not stamped unless he beats David Benavidez? Now, I believe if David Benavidez was something like, okay, when people used to have the debate that if Floyd Mayweather beats Manny Pacquiao, it stamps his legacy. But we're talking about Manny Pacquiao as an 8th division world champion. We're talking about great versus great, icon versus icon, number one, number two, number one, A, B, A1, A2. Come on. You telling me everything that Canelo Alvarez has done, Coda, everything that he's done, that his legacy is not stamped unless he beats David Benavidez, who only beat what's his name? Anthony Durrell, and went 12 rounds of Caleb Plant, and that stamps Canelo Alvarez and all the shit that he's done in his career? Come on, Coda. Come on, man. Come better than that. Come on, man. Jackie Hernandez con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Parique. A comprar un Happy Meal. Pero los Happy Meal ya como 7 pesos. Ya no es 5 pesos los Happy Meal. Good looking out, Jackie. Appreciate you, Jackie. Coda, give me something better than that, Coda. Coda, I'm waiting for you. Give me something better than that. Stamp his legacy. No, así no, mi hermano, así no. Now, think about this. David Benavidez. While he fights Jermell Charlo, he go fights Dimitri Bivol. He beats Dimitri Bivol. Become a 2th-division world champion. Huh? And then is David Benavidez versus Arturo Beterbiev for the undisputed in the light heavyweight division. And David Benavidez beats Beterbiev. And then David Benavidez calls out Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez goes back to the 175-pound division and fights the undisputed versus undisputed David Benavidez. And that may stamp a legacy. Pero tú no me vas a decir, mi hermano, que David Benavidez, because he's been waiting for a long time. I like to see the fight. I believe it's the primary fight in the super middleweight division. But let's be real, let's be honest. ¿Qué ha hecho David Benavidez? Dime, mi hermano. ¿Qué ha hecho el Tigre? Nobody. Let me see what the people are saying. Estoy hablando con usted. I'm not saying, okay. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you got a mandatory for 2 years and you're still avoiding him. We understand that. We understand that he's avoided David Benavidez. He got the Jermell Charlo. We're not saying that I'm not even arguing that Canelo Alvarez is not avoiding David Benavidez. I'm not arguing with that. That's not an argument. I'm talking about that if he doesn't fight David Benavidez, does he lose anything? What does he lose? Wow, he's gonna get shamed by who though? You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted Triple G to fight Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that fight. I wanted Floyd Mayweather to fight Keith Thurman. But you can't shame Floyd Mayweather with Keith Thurman. Now, if Keith Thurman would have had a belt or something, you want to give Floyd Mayweather some unification bouts or something. But all he's doing is giving. To be honest, all he's doing is giving David Benavidez an opportunity. Code avoiding punch like Canelo. Well, what did Canelo have to offer Mayweather? Nothing. But Canelo was the next one up. Nothing. But nobody was saying, Floyd Mayweather, you have to fight Canelo or you a bum. No, nobody was going at Floyd like that, trying to shame him with Canelo. I don't remember that. I don't remember people going at Canelo. You better fight. Floyd, you better fight Canelo. You better fight Canelo. No, I think the Floyd Mayweather was the Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather is getting shamed with Manny Pacquiao, but an accomplished fighter. And even by the way, though, was Canelo Alvarez a champion when he fought Floyd Mayweather? You understand what I'm saying, though, Coda? At least Canelo was a champion when he faced Mayweather. At least Mayweather took something from Canelo Alvarez. See, I got you right there. No, it was not. It's not rest your case. It's not rest. No. The judge didn't say rest the case right here, Coda. Huh? At least Coda, like I'm asking David Benavidez, at least give him something. Canelo gave something to Floyd Mayweather. He was a champion. You talking about a challenger. You talking about, oh my God, a mandatory. He needs to give the mandatory some other chance. Nobody shamed Errol Spence to fight Abdul Kokorov that been sitting as a mandatory for almost 3 years, since March 2019 before he lost. Did anybody shame Abdul Kokorov? Did anybody shame Errol Spence to fight Abdul Kokorov? No. So why David Benavidez? Because David Benavidez is a hype? Is that what it is? No, that's not logical sense. No, but move up. But why David Benavidez don't move up? Why can't he move up? He was in a mandatory position. He can earn something. Don't wait on Canelo Alvarez. Do make something out of yourself. Jermell Charlo ain't wait on Canelo Alvarez. Look, Jermell Charlo was in the same division as Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez went to the middleweight division. Jermell Charlo wasn't chasing on Canelo Alvarez. Jermell Charlo was chasing his own legacy. And that's why Jermell Charlo became undisputed. And now we're looking at undisputed versus undisputed. He never needed to ask nothing for Canelo Alvarez because he was already an accomplished fighter. You see? Just do something. As a matter of fact, when they strip you, the WBC did you a favor. They say, give me the damn belt and go to the. You want to weigh heavy? All right, I'm gonna do you a favor. Give me the damn belt and go to the 175 and fight Beterbiev. He was the #1 mandatory to fight the Beterbiev. You forgot, and then they petitioned. Matter of fact, I ain't never seen that like that in the sport of boxing. They petitioned to be like, no, Mauricio Sotomayor on the WBC. I just want to stay in the 168. Take me out. Take me. They petitioned to be taken out the rankings. Oh. And guess who moved up to the 175-pound division anyway? Canelo Alvarez. Does he got to wait? Canelo Alvarez can't be shamed with a challenger, bro. You got to be shamed with something better than that. You got to be a champ. You got to give me something. In this time, right now, when Canelo Alvarez got to fight, what is David Benavidez going to be doing? What is what's that? David cansada. He said, déjame quieto, man. No te voy a dejar quieto, codo. Tú no me dijiste que rest in case. No rest in case around here, okay? I ain't rest in case around here. I ain't put the donkey para todo voceo. No rest in case around here. I'm the only one with the rest of the case. Order in the court. Order in the damn court. Oh, mi hermano, pues look. I believe that Jermell Charlo got the skills to pay the bills. I believe that, you know, he got the power, he got the skill set, he got the footwork. And if Canelo Alvarez, I'm gonna tell you like this, look, I think it's gonna be a good fight. If it goes to the championship rounds, I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. Listen what I'm saying. Jermell Charlo is going to sweep the championship rounds. If it goes to the championship rounds, if Jermell Charlo survives to go into the championship rounds, Canelo Alvarez ain't gonna have no energy. I'm gonna tell you like this: Canelo Alvarez is playing with his Roy Jones Jr. moment. And look, folks, look, it's just natural, bro. In boxing, not everybody leaves like Floyd. It's very common that great fighters leave like Roy Jones Jr., leave like Hector Camacho, leaves like Oscar De La Hoya, leaves like Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins' last fight, he got knocked out the ring by Joe Smith. Roy Jones Jr. got knocked out. You know, yeah, he won probably the last fight. He was getting knocked the F out. Hector Camacho was losing. Roberto Duran was losing. Not everybody finished their career like Ward and Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao lost to Ugas. You know, in damn well in a prime, Manny Pacquiao, Ugas won't last 7 rounds with a Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Joe Louis lost. Everybody took their big L. Look at everybody. Mike Tyson, matter of fact, look, I'm gonna say right now. To who Mike Tyson lost to his last fight? Come on, say it right quick. Don't Google. Say it right quick. I'm gonna give y'all 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, 10. See? Nobody know. Everybody forgot, but he was losing in the last part of his career. That's boxing. So I'm saying like this, y'all. I see a decline in Canelo Alvarez, and it doesn't have to do with skills, but it has to do with things to his stamina. He don't have the killer instinct, man. I ain't seen the championship rounds versus Bivol. Even Reynoso didn't have even his trainer didn't have the killer instinct. He said, that's it. Stop trying to knock him out. You're not gonna knock him out. When you fight, when your trainer pop the air balloon, bro, you're gonna knock out Dimitri Bivol. So stop, don't go for the knockout. Just keep on doing what you're doing. McBride, now you late. Charles Edward Cheese said, Nelo said he giving us 5 more years. No. The way he's going, hell no. That he's really gonna have his Roy Jones Jr. moment. You know what I'm saying? Not no 5 years. Those legs ain't gonna be able to give Canelo Alvarez 2 more years. Those legs is not only gonna be able to give Canelo Alvarez 2 more years. You know what I'm saying? So get your Charlo now, get your David Benavidez in between these 3 fights. His body is breaking down. We see it. Come on, man. We've been following this. It's just like we saw Roy Jones Jr. reflexes gone. Just like how we saw Flo Mayweather's hands deteriorate, just like what we saw is the same thing we've seen from Canelo Alvarez. It's just they're not going to stay great all the time. Not everybody's LeBron James, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are special human beings. I'm talking about special DNAs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Those special PEDs. Now let's see how hungry is contemporary. That's what I'm saying. I say, look, Canelo Alvarez is great enough that his decline could be everybody else's greatness. You know what I'm saying? Just because I say he declined, that doesn't mean, look, I say Canelo Alvarez declined, I still got Canelo Alvarez beating David Benavidez, Jermell Charlo, everybody. I got Canelo Alvarez. I even favor Canelo Alvarez to beat Jermell Charlo. But I could also see how Jermell Charlo could be victorious that night. I won't be surprised. Let's see, I agree. 32. I was fit as fiddle at 37. 35 is a wrap. See, and he's an old 33 years old, bro. In boxing, he's an old 33. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, this is tomorrow we back at it again Friday. We're going every day till we get the and we're going to break night too. Now Inoue versus Stephen Fulton, we're going to break night as well. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, we're going to get George Camboso versus Maxie Hugh. Shout out to Maxie Hugh. Damn, I wish I would have had Maxie Hugh in the channel, man. But y'all already know, man, tomorrow we back at it. Friday. Everybody, God bless. Love you. God bless. And on to the next. Tomorrow we back at it.